Hey there, ladies and gents, it's Dusty Thunder with another follower-submitted story for you. This one is, Am I the Astronaut for Scaring My Nephew to Tears at My Halloween Party? Well, hey Dusty, this happened a couple of years ago, but since it's the Halloween season, I thought I would get your input on it as I'm still dealing with the repercussions of this years later. I, 28 male, love hosting parties. Whether it's for the Super Bowl, Christmas, or Halloween, I throw a mean party. I have a good job and make good money, so I go all out when it comes to a theme. The peak of my party planning is my Halloween party. I usually have 30 to 40 people drop in throughout the night, and it is always a great time. This particular party, I really went all out, in addition to the numerous decorations, themed cocktails, and food. But I actually hired a couple kids from one of the local spook houses to roam around the party throughout the night and scare the shit out of people. That's pretty freaking brilliant. My sister Kay, 32, has a 7-year-old son, C. To say that he is a sheltered, spoiled, and for the lack of a better term, wimpy kid would be an understatement. He is the definition of an iPad kid and usually doesn't leave his mom's side. My sister and I get along fine, and I try to be a good uncle to C, but we really don't connect on much. Kay and her husband almost always attend my parties. She has an outgoing personality like me, and she loves a good party. She never brings C, and usually gets a sitter or has his grandparents watch him. Considering my parties are usually always adult parties, it's a good thing C isn't here, and it provides a good break for Kay. Kay called me 2 hours before the party and said that their sitter fell through, and both sets of grandparents were out of town, so she would be bringing C. I immediately said, no. She started telling me, oh, it'll be fine. C will just chill in your room on his iPad and fall asleep early. It'll be fine. I knew this was a bad idea. I told her that I don't think that she should bring him and that he would be scared of the decorations, costumes, and especially the actors from the haunted house. She wasn't having any of it and said, we will see you soon. My vote changes to NTA. We'll see if it stays there throughout, but yeah, I don't think it's going to change. Fast forward to the party, everything is going great and everybody is having fun. C was keeping himself busy on his iPad in my room, and I thought maybe Kay was right, he would be fine. Until his iPad died. He left my room looking for his mom, and that's when all hell broke loose. While making his way through the house looking for Kay, he encountered the actors from the spook house. He let out a scream that was blood-curdling. I happened to be in the backyard with Kay, who knew immediately that it was C, and she went running. She found him curled up in a ball in the corner, sobbing hysterically. She tried to comfort him, but it was not happening. She then turned to me and started berating me, saying, "This is all your fault." I was quite a few drinks in and didn't like my sister screaming at me at my party in front of everybody, so I responded, "It's not my fault you brought your wimpy-ass kid to my adult party." Maybe the response should have been, it's not my fault that you didn't charge your kid's iPad or bring your kid's iPad charger, because that was really the issue here. Kay stormed out with C and the party rolled on. The next day I tried reaching out to apologize, but she just kept leaving me on red. A week later, we were supposed to have family dinner at my house, but Kay told my mom they weren't coming because C refused to go to my house and would just start crying at the mention of coming to my house. Thanksgiving and Christmas came around and the family decided I can't host anymore because Kay said C refuses to come to my house. She finally started talking to me again, but we became very distant. C avoids me unless he absolutely has to be around me. Kay even wanted to send him to therapy, and get this, she wanted me to pay for it. This obviously pissed me off, and we got into a huge fight and didn't talk for 6 months. Fast forward to today. We still have a strained relationship, and now I can only see them at holidays. Still not at my house 2+ years later, and C has gotten a little better, but still avoids me. I will die on the hill that I told her not to bring him, and it's not my fault that C freaked out, but our family is divided on it to this day. So, Dusty, am I the astronaut? No. No, none of this. None of this is your fault. None of this. You said, don't do it. Don't bring him. She brought him anyway because she had no choice, and I understand that. The choice that she did have was not coming to the party. Guess what? If it is risk traumatizing your child or go to the party, you don't go to the party. And the fact that your 7-year-old is at that level, like whatever. Kids progress differently, and OP, your reaction to where the kid is at, you know your sister better than I do, obviously. So if it is a parenting issue that has the kid where he's at right now, I get it. I get your viewpoint there. I think the issue was that mom wasn't prepared, and if she didn't have a choice and really wanted to come to the party, it was on her to ensure she had everything in place to make sure he wouldn't have to travel through that house, and she did not do that. She failed as a parent at multiple levels and is projecting the hatred for that failure onto you. All that. Tell her at your next Halloween party, her costume should be a well-prepared mom. See what she says. If you can't get a sitter, don't go. And if you really want to go, the least you could do is be prepared. And as a parent of a kid, a toddler in 2024, where tablets are a thing and kid shows are a thing and games and educational games, there's plenty of stuff that's not terrible. You charge it before you go, and you bring a charger. None of this is on you, OP. How was any of this? Yeah, she expected when everybody saw a kid at the party to just run and hide.